Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net and it is Monday the 24th of February. Thanks again for watching. Hope you had a good weekend. Here we go then, final week of February, heading into March. And the 1st of March is meteorologically spring. So we've finally seen the back of this horrible, wet and windy winter. Interesting satellite picture. Just wanted to show you this just for the aesthetics of it, really. This is from weatheronline.co.uk. It's the visible satellite picture. So this is as if you'd taken a camera up into space and were taking a picture. And a couple of things just to notice on this. First of all, you notice how it becomes darker over the right hand side of the picture here during the latter part of the sequence. The reason for that is because the sun's setting out in the east, and so you get that the darker shadow moving in as night comes in. Also very interesting to notice as well, look here, you notice the snow across the Alps here, and also snow here running down the high ground of the mountains of central Italy. Snow there, look, too, across the Pyrenees. So a very interesting feature showing up on this picture this afternoon. Out in the west, out to the west of Ireland, that's where we have our next area of low pressure, look, moving in. You see the cloud spinning around that area of low pressure, getting ready to move into the UK. And incidentally, this line here is the remnants of the front that came through this morning, but all the energy from that has now been absorbed in that front that's heading in from the Atlantic. So a very good satellite picture. I hope you'll agree. Okay then, let's get on, take a look at the forecast. As I hinted at there, we've got rain moving in during the course of this afternoon and into tonight. Here it is by 6 o'clock in the morning. You notice that most of it actually is fairly light by the time it's passed eastwards, but notice that the isobars are pretty close together, and that indicating that it is going to be pretty breezy, especially as we get through tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow evening across Ireland, across northern England and across Scotland as well. Gale force gusts here. I think generally though, for many, actually probably not too bad a day on Tuesday. And then notice how through Wednesday low pressure stays northwest of Scotland, gets some showers out in the west, and then another area of rain coming through overnight into Thursday. That pretty heavy as it clears its way eastwards, but then it leaves us with some brighter weather through Thursday afternoon ahead of this situation setting up for Friday, seeing two areas of low pressure, one up to the north of Scotland, one over the northwest of France. And both of these having areas of showers rotating around them. And I think what this will do is bring heavy showers to northern western Scotland on Friday. I think some outbreaks of rain across southern coasts of England. And then as we look a little bit further ahead, you'll notice how into the weekend and into next week pressure builds towards the south of the country. That's 1,020, the isobar you can see there. So pressure of the sort that we haven't seen for some time, and in fact as we go forwards into the early part of next week, pressure continues to build. Now what's quite interesting about this is just to compare where we are between the various different models, because they are seeing slightly different things but all leaning towards this idea of pressure building in. This is the Canadian, and the time that these refer to is here in the top right hand corner. So we'll just have a look at what the Canadian model does here as we go through the sequence. You'll notice that what it tries to do is to bring this trough in by Friday. Look, here it is. This is the trough extending right the way through the UK and down into Italy and into the central parts of the Mediterranean. Then what it does is it cuts off part of that trough, which is what normally happens in these situations. There it is, look, this gets cut off, and you'll notice how as the sequence progresses it heads its way southeastwards into the Mediterranean, deepens over southern parts of Italy and becomes a cut-off feature down here. At the same time, another ridge builds in from the west, effectively killing off the low here towards the west of Ireland. And what we find is that low then the ridge then tracks its way eastwards, but the Canadian tries to give us a second shot of cold air headed south during the middle part of next week, and that, if that came true, that system would be a very wintry one actually, and probably more wintry than anything we've seen through January or February. However, I don't think this is going to happen. it's a possibility and one that we need to watch. But at the moment, I far prefer this idea from the ensembles. Look, here we go into Friday there, and you see again, look, the ridge extending down into the Mediterranean, and indeed you'll see the area of low pressure develop in the Med as well across Italy. There it is, look, as we head into next weekend. But it builds back in this ridge, look, from the west into the early part of next week, and it continues that build as well during the early part of next week with a ridge across southern parts of the country, and it holds on to that ridge too, not seeing that second shot come through. And in fact, that ridge holds until about the 7th or the 8th of March, and then it's kind of just weakens off a little bit, but it's then starting to build again by the time we get through to around the 9th or the 10th of March, although it does get somewhat embattled a little bit with these small scale trough features just moving their way eastwards during the early part of March. So it's not completely dry, although I do think much of southern England and parts of southern Wales will become far drier than they have been. I think it's going to be Scotland and Ireland that see more rain as we head into the early parts of March. And just interesting as well to note, this is the ECMWF, goes forward in 24-hour steps. Interesting to note too, look, this is the chart for Friday from the ECMWF. There's the trough, look, extending down into Europe, and just interested to see how that evolves. It tries to put the load down across Italy again, look, but like the ensemble, it builds back in that ridge, and although the ridge does get one or two bites taken out of it, that's the position on the 6th, so this would be next Wednesday, 1st, 2nd, Sunday, 3rd, 4th, 5th, no, next Thursday, week on Thursday. There's the ridge, look, that it's building in once again, although it does show this feature here off the south of Greenland. I think what will happen is we'll just find a shortwave trough that will cut through this ridge and just track through here, so it will bring more rain into northern and western Scotland, but certainly a pattern change across southern parts of the country with that pressure build. And just a quick look at the CFS now. Well, you've got to turn your heads around for this one because the UK is upside down on these charts, but just interesting to see where the CFS takes us with this. This is week 3, so from the 10th of March to the 16th of March. It's got low the normal heights across the country, so it tries to bring us back into these more unsettled conditions as the ensemble was doing there with these troughs moving through. It tries to do that through week 3, but then into week 4, look, it's built the heights again. It says, look, higher than normal heights, really right the way across the British Isles. It tries to bring the high back in, and I think what we probably need to note from this is that actually the overall pattern is one of building pressure as we head into March. So not seeing the conditions we've seen, these really rough conditions, but a general building pressure from the south leading to an improvement taking place. So there you go, that's it for now. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Don't forget that we're kept free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen. It's when you come back and use the site and use the charts that are on there, that's what means that we can put more adverts in front of you, and it's that keeps us free of charge. So thank you for doing that. Thanks for watching once again, and whatever you're doing, have a great day and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.